Hi, welcome back to Crochet Creations and a new addictions video. Thank you, all of you that are members. Now we have a members group. We are just $2.99. It is basically just to sponsor the channel if you like the content here, and I appreciate all of you. I also have a Facebook group where we do all our make-alongs and we post all of our beautiful creations, and that is like the highlight, right? So a couple weeks ago we had a Lion Brand yarn haul, and today we're going to do that drawing. It is time to do that, and I had a little trip to my local yarn shop today, and so I want to share what I got from that. And I also have my 2 monthly subscriptions to open. One of them is Jimmy Beans, I believe. No, not Jimmy Beans. This one is the Lolo Did It Outlander Club. That's what that one is. And you know I had to drop something on the floor because that's the way it goes. So I went to the local yarn shop. We'll do that first. And I didn't get a lot, but I always check the clearance. And so today I was downstairs in the clearance and I found a couple items down there, and they jumped right in my arms. You know how that goes. Alrighty. I hope this is loud enough. Sometimes I just talk like I'm talking to somebody in the room, and I don't realize it's not loud enough, and then later on when I turn up my volume on my phone, it is loud enough. So hopefully it is. And she uses plastic bags at the local yarn shop. Alright, well, I took my friend with me, Karen. I took her with me again today because she had never been there. So downstairs I found, now a couple weeks ago I went in there and I found 3 skeins of Ella Rae, and I did wind them up, and I do plan on making a cowl with that. But this Ella Rae was all by itself, and this one, it does say Ella Rae. It is a beautiful natural colorway. This is the softest cozy alpaca chunky ever, because there are no no dyes at all. It's a natural color. So this is also machine washable. It is a baby alpaca blend. It is a chunky weight, and this is originally $13, I believe, in her store, and that is made up of 120 yards. Yep. It is 30% baby alpaca and 70% acrylic. Beautiful, bulky 5. So I plan on making a hat with this. Just enough for a hat, because there was only one, and she had it in the clearance bin for $7, so I got it for half price. And talk about soft, it's going to be the most luxurious hat, and I will do that sometime not too awful long from now, I hope. And I also found 3 of these. Now this one is called Lena Grossa Only Tweed. This is also a $13 hank or donut. This one is 70% merino, Sure wool merino, 76%, sorry. It is a virgin wool, and it is non-felting. It is 5% silk and 16% polyacrylic. and 3% viscose. So there are all the neps in here. A beautiful teal marl speckle fleck tweed, whatever, however you want to call that. It's just gorgeous. I found 3 of them in the clearance, and she has this down as, I believe it's a it's made in Italy, and I'm trying to find something that tells me how many yards. Okay, machine washable again, 135 meters in each one, and if you see, that is a very lightweight 3. Now I'm thinking a cowl or something. I found 3 of them. Beautiful. Where's the third one? Yeah, so that was that was a good find, I think. Half price. Again, $6 each on those. Just gorgeous. And then I went upstairs. Now those were all the way downstairs on the, there's 3 floors in our local yarn shop. It is the main floor, which has all the brand new yarns, the newest yarns. And then she has the downstairs, which has the non-animal fibers, the cottons, and that is downstairs. And it's at the beginning of the downstairs. The back of the downstairs is the clearance, and to the left is her teaching couches. So she has a nice sitting area down there, and they told me that they do have lessons there on Thursday nights, and it's $10 for 3 hours. And if you buy yarn there like this one or anything, you can get into the class for $10. So I was like, wow. So I'm really thinking of a couple classes, because I'm such a new knitter and I want to learn how to pick up my mistakes, my drop stitches. I want to learn how to do cables. I want to learn how to do color work, and I want to learn how to do your floats for that and stuff from a real person. And that is I think that I'm gonna start out with a hat, and I'm gonna put the border or do the brim and get it all ready for cables, and then go to a class. That sounds like a great idea. And once I learn, I can help out other people, right? So I did go downstairs, and I got those 2 yarns in the clearance. Then I went upstairs, and I wanted a new 16-inch US 8 5mm. So I hadn't tried a Likey, or like, you can barely see this. This one is a driftwood. It is not, it's real wood. And it is a 16-inch circular. So that I have a real wood now. And I'm going to enjoy this, I think. I think it's in between the stickiness of the, you know, the Susan Bates style. I think they're called, let me see if I can read it on here. So they're in between these, which is, oh, I can never remember every word that I need to say on the videos. But anyway, it's in between those and the metal. So these are, anyway, you guys are yelling out what they are. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is this driftwood. So I got one of those today, and I'm going to start the next hat with these. I won't be using it on this new bulky, because I need a bigger needle for that, but I'm going to use it on something else that I'm going to talk about in just a minute. So the last item I got today at the local yarn shop was a skein of 100% alpaca. I had to try one. Just look at this. Is that the most loveliest blue? It is the softest. It's 100% alpaca. It's just enough for a hat. And it is 5 bulky and 131 yards. It is made by Juniper Moon, Harriet. That's what it is. And it was $19.95 a skein. So this is very expensive. I did treat myself. This is kind of like my gift to myself with some money I got for my birthday, because that's what I was told to buy. So we will be casting on a lovely alpaca something, probably a hat. Most likely it will be a hat. And I think I have the prettiest blue pom-pom to go with it. So that is what I got today. How exciting, how fun that was. And I know that Karen didn't get anything this time, but she told me later she really wished she had, because the prices did scare her. There were several that were very expensive yarns that she was just eyeing up. All right, so that is that. The next thing I want to talk about is the yarns from Lion Brand that I had in the video that I'm going to draw a winner for. So we talked about this yarn once already, and that I had plans to make the cowl and the hat off of the label. I'm going to go ahead and use the skein that I haven't started with, that is still intact. So this is the Wool Ease Fair Isle, and that's what I want to talk about at this moment. This is the colorway that Deb sent me. This is not the skein that Deb sent me. This is the second one that I bought. And they had a pattern for a cowl, a hat, and a pair of fingerless gloves on the website. I'll link it below. And they act like it's a charge for that, but it ends up being free. I don't know why it says it's not free, but anyway, it says here on the label to go and get it, and you can. So I started a cowl with this yarn after I opened it and saw this pattern. So and I showed it already once. Well, I finished it. It is knitted, and here is the finished cowl. I am so proud of this one. I cannot believe how uniform it came out. I just love it. I love it, love it. Now I'm going to make one in every one of the colors, right? All right, so that's the cowl. It's all done. All my ends are weaved in. I only had 2, one at the beginning, one at the end. No knots in this yarn. It worked up so well and so pretty. These run around $10.99, I believe, on the website, but there were coupons, and I got quite a few of them, and I did get a good amount of percentage off, 30% off, I believe. So that is done. Now I want to do is I want to start the hat with my new needles that I got today, and I want to see if I can just start out with my skein that I have quite a bit left on. It should be enough to do all 3 of the patterns. So we're going to go ahead and start the hat right where I cut it, and work on the hat for a while. And so I don't know if I really want to do the fingerless gloves, although I'm sure you will have enough to do it. I just don't know if I want to. I know it was a challenge to see if we could get all 3 of them on there, and I'm sure that we can, but whether I really want it take the time to do all of that. I'm not sure I want to. So anyway, let's get on with the winner. So the winner from that video was supposed to tell me if they liked one of the colors, which color would you like if you were the winner. So there was this one. this one was called, as the original one that I got was called Rose Blossom. The second one here is called Sage Pink Salt. It is definitely different with green and pink in it. And then there was a teal color one, and this one is called Light Aqua Turquoise. So you have your dark blue and your light blue, kind of cool. And then we have the blue. This one is called Denim Lilac. I do not see any real purple. It's kind of a lilac color, but to me that's more gray. But okay, when you get it worked up, it probably is going to look a little bit purple, but how pretty will that one be? And then the fourth one, or the fifth one, you have a choice of 5, is actually the purple one. How gorgeous it is. Okay, now we'll go with the specs. I already read these before, but this is a new, a new video. So this is the Thistle Orchid, and all of these have the same amount of specs. They have 4 medium as your weight. They have 80% acrylic, 20% wool, but they are nice and soft still. They have a generous amount of yardage, 348 yards in one of these. They are over 5-ounce skeins, and it is Woolies Fair Isle. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so let's get on to who won. If you're a winner on the show or on a video or in a challenge, I ask that you have a United States address to win. And sometimes I have a hidden giveaway in a video, just like, I did in this last one. So there aren't a ton of people entering because they don't know about it. But if you watch to the end, then you find out that there was a video. So I put... yeah. Come on. All right. I put the URL, or Earl. I put the Earl. That's it. In the box. And I have to answer the question. And it's solve the sum question. And then I have to get the YouTube comments. And we have 34 unique comments because we filtered out if anybody had a duplicate. So then, how do we do it? We have to... where do we hit start? Now, they changed this all up. It's just a pain. Here it is. Start the raffle. So this is where we start the raffle. Do-do-do, 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 ba-ba. Okay, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is that? Okay, let's read it. Angela's Heirlooms and More. Congratulations, Angela. She says the light aqua turquoise is my favorite of all the colors, but they're all beautiful. So thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for not using the word giveaway in your comments. That is always a help to keep the trolls away. So, yep, Angela wins. Angela, you just have to get back to me, send me a message that you saw this video, and we'll get your beautiful yarn right out to you. And I will add a stitch marker on there because I always do. All right, so we've been doing the Outlander club again. This Outlander club, it ran for a year, then it took a year off, and now it's back. And this is month number 3, I believe. I have them all down here. see if this is the right one. Yes, this is the first two, and they are speckles this time. So these are the first two, and they go together rather well. Yep. So I'm going to open up the third month, which would be September's today on the video. And there's nothing else in the bag except for, the bag comes like this, and there's nothing else in the bag except for the yarn. So she's not putting anything at all in the bags except for your one skein of yarn, and it cost like $38, some 32, I'm not sure now, somewhere around $32, and she wraps it up, and that's it. That's all you get. And she names the yarn. So it's not as exciting as it was the first Outlander, but it's speckles. Supposed to be all speckles. So here we go again. All right, so this one is again speckles. There is some here. Yeah, there's some there. Yep, and this is called this is by Lolo Did It, and this is called Brock to Rock. T-A-U-R-A-C-H. Brock to Rock. And this one is, again, 80% extra fine superwash merino wool, 15% nylon, 440 yards of a fingering weight. So, therefore, I have three. They all go together pretty darn close again. And there we go. So far, it would become a gorgeous shawl. Or, you could just use two of them. But the one is more of the browns, the one we got today. And the second one had a little bit of green in it. And the first one was more of the maroon. So, yeah. So there's all three of them again. They're all the same fingering weight. All right. The other thing I have is my Yarnable, and I'm going to wait on the Yarnable. I like to do the Yarnable in the month that it is and not too early, because I don't want to spoil anybody else's Yarnable when they open it. So I'm going to wait on that one. Take care, everybody. Take a moment out of each day and be creative. Talk to you later. Bye for now.